If you're creating video right now, you're probably duplicating your efforts to make sure that your videos are optimized for the platform they're going to be on. You've got one recording for horizontal platforms like YouTube or LinkedIn or maybe a website, and another recording for vertical platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Shorts, and more. Or worse, like I used to do, you're recording once wide and then spending hours editing, cropping, and reformatting everything later. Or you're paying for other software to help you do that, but it never quite looks exactly the way that you envision it to look, and you're just compromising. Ecamm's dual mode solves that. With Ecamm, your Mac becomes your creative studio where you can design, record, and stream both horizontal and vertical at the same time. It's fully customized. There's no weird black bars. There's no compromised layout. What used to take multiple tools, extra editing, or even hiring someone else can now happen in one session inside Ecamm. One recording, two outputs designed exactly the way that you want. And yes, you can even capture isolated video recordings so you have full flexibility if you want to edit later, but most of the time you won't need to if you're using Ecamm's dual mode. If you've ever felt like creating content for multiple platforms takes too much time, this is your game changer. Let me give you a quick preview of what I'm talking about so you can see just how easy and powerful this tool can be. So here we are in Ecamm, and I've activated dual mode up here, options, video shape, dual mode. So now I can see that I've got two different stages that I can play with. Everything that I put here is going to be recorded in our wide format, and then everything over here is the vertical format. So if I hit record, at the end of this recording, I'll have two separate recordings. What's really cool about dual mode is that everything that exists here on these two different places can be completely customized. So even if you weren't using dual mode, everything that you envision in your head that you want to put in video can be done and brought into this software. But here I've got my wide format up here. And so all of these assets can be moved or adjusted as you see fit. And then over here, I can do a completely different design. So let's go to another scene where I have myself and then I'm going through a PDF. So this can apply to any other type of a scene. You could add in pictures or do a video reaction. So for my vertical content, I want things to be stacked more like this, where there's my video footage up there, my overlay here. And if I go through this PDF, what's really cool is that it's going to happen on both of these formats. So my recording or my presentation or my live stream is going to be very easy to control at the same time. If I was live streaming, I could also have comments come in, and I could tell Ecamm ahead of time where those comments should go and what they should look like. It's really, really cool and interactive. Let me show you this scene. So imagine that this other camera right here is a guest that I brought in through Zoom. Awesome. I want to set up a scene where I am the smaller part and my guest has the bigger part. So if I even want to change this right now, I can tell Ecamm that I want this video source to be guest 2. I'm going to do the same over here. I'm double clicking on it and I'm saying, I want this to be guest 2. Then when I start my Zoom call, my guest joins like any other Zoom call. They show up down here. I click a couple buttons, and then everywhere I have that camera placeholder where it says guest 2, their video footage is going to go right into there. For them, they're just on a Zoom call, but for me, I'm producing amazing content. I don't always live stream. I create a ton of content, a lot of pre-recorded content with guests, by myself, for other people. And I know I want to repurpose that content later on TikTok, on Reels, and all of that. So I use dual mode just to record because I know I'm going to be able to go back and just splice out those moments without having to reconfigure everything, without having to edit everything. I have a clean, beautiful version the way that I designed it ahead of time. So all I need to do is splice out those moments, share it wherever I want, and I'm good to go. Now that you've gotten a preview of what Ecamm can do and how quickly and easily you can modify your recordings, I want you to envision your content like this. Your branding, your guests, your show, Everything that you can imagine visually, you can bring to life in Ecamm, completely customized just the way that you like. So I want to encourage you to download Ecamm today and start your free 2-week trial. There's no credit card required. You can just download Ecamm, play around with some of the things I showed you today, and see how you can make your visions come to life in this amazing software. Ecamm is incredibly powerful and affordable, and honestly, it might just completely change the way that you create, record, stream, and show up on video, the same way it has for me and so many others. Welcome to the Ecamm fam.